Hi student, good morning. Happy to see the online class through the online classes. So 8th standard English. This video deals with the woman on platform number 8. The woman on platform number 8. So author is Ruskin Bond. Author Ruskin Bond. First now know about the author. So Ruskin Bond. So he was a short story writer and novelist and poetry. And Ruskin Bond was a favorite writer of Indian children. Then his first novel, Room on the Roof. So Ruskin Bond first novel, The Room on the Roof. So when he was published in The Room on the Roof, this novel, when he was a teenager, so before 20 years, he wrote his first novel. Then the first novel won the John Rice Memorial Award in 1957. So John Rice Memorial Awards was the award, the best work of author from the Commonwealth under the 35 years, and when written English in the published in United Kingdom. So the John Rice Award. Next, the Ruskin Bond also writes about the children and simple folk of Uttarakhand. And his major work is An Island of Trees and A Bond with the Mountains, the India I Love. This is the major work of Ruskin Bond works. Then he won the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992. So the place is Our Trees Still and Crow in Dekra. These novels he won the Sahitya Academy Award. Then he won the award, Padma Shri Award in 1999, in the Padma Bhushan Award in 2014. Next, we see to the glossary about the supplementary reader. So glossary, inferno, what's the meaning of the inferno? Region that resembles hell. So the inferno meaning is hell. And the heaving to raise or lift with the force. So another meaning is extremely crowd. So heaving means extremely crowd. Dismally is a cheerless is a distressed manner, serenity and reverence. So calm, so deep, soft. Encounter, brief meeting, and unaccepted meeting. Clutched, the grabs and tightly, so clutched, and imposing, grand and impressive in appearing. So imposing, grand and impressive appearing. Embraced, the felt awakened. Nuisance, causing inconvenience of the annoyance. So nuisance, which means a person who is causing the others and disturb the others. That is means nuisance. So wagging, moved rapidly. Wagging means moved rapidly. It's a sudden, quick moving. And grinning, the smiling broadly. And the hustling. Push roughly, moved, so move slowly, very slow, obviously, so correctly, clearly, and jolted, moved with the sudden jerk. So jolted means moved with the sudden jerk. Characters of this supplementary readers, first one Arun, and then the strange lady, so leaning woman, then sadis and sadis mother. So 4 characters come in the platform number 8, the supplementary readers. So these supplementary readers, the woman on platform number 8, the Ruskin Bond, author is a Ruskin Bond, he used to telling the story about the first person. So first person means the author tell the story about the students. So the author, so Ruskin Bond tell the story, it was my second year boarding school. I was sitting on the platform number 8 in the Ambala station, waiting the northern bound of train. So I think I was at 12. So my 12 years, I was studying in the 7th standard. So my parents considered me old growth enough. So I have their thing about I used to the travel alone. Then I come to the railway station by the bus in the early in the evening. So I waiting for the train in the stations. Most of the time I passing moving up and down the platform, and then I browsing the bookstall and I want some books and Kumudam Kalgi and etc. Some books, and then another time I feed in the broken biscuit to the starry dogs. The trains came and went, but when the train arrived in the station, the inferno of heaving and shouting and agitated, the human bodies rushed. You just think the railway station in the Chennai Ekmore railway stations. The most of the peoples, the 5,000 and 10,000 peoples around at the same time. So full rush started you just think about in the Ambala station, and most of the people rushed. And when the train arrived in the station and opened the doors, and the tides of the people and they clashed, and the one ticket collector and wait for the gate and collect he was nervous. So most of the peoples and came and come. So the ticket collector was nervous. So I fully tired. So finally I sat down on my suitcase and gazed dismally. I looked to the railway track. I am so alone. The trolley rolled past me. The various vendor. So cool man sold the curd and lemon rice and sweet meat. The newspaper boy. They are the people go and come around me. But still, I sat on my suitcase. I gazed. I looked to looking to the railway track. So at the time, one soft voice heard me. Are you all alone, my son? So I hear the one sweet voice. I just looked up. I saw a woman standing near me. So she was leaning over. So that lady was very leaning. So then I saw a pale face and dark kind eyes. She wore no jewels, but simplicity saree in a white saree. Then I replied, yes, I am going to my school. I am going to my school. Then suddenly I stood up respectfully. I seemed she was poor, but there was a dignity and compared to the respectful. The lady asked me, I have been watching sometimes. You sat alone. Then did your parents send off you? The lady asked me. Then I replied, I don't live here. So I had been changed the trains anyway. Then I can travel alone. So this is capability. I can travel about. So 12-year boy and tell the strange woman, the leaning woman, I can travel alone. So suddenly the lady replied, yes, you can travel alone. So this word, you can travel alone. I like that this word. Then I already respect for the simplicity in a very kind. I liked her deep voice and serenity face. Then the lady asked me, tell me, what's your name? So my name is Arun. Then he answered, questioned me, how long do you have wait for your trains? So I answered, and half an hour. I think it may come 12 o'clock. Oh, 12 o'clock. Okay, no problem. You just come with me and something go to the eat. So I have a suspicion. So I have begun the shyness and suspectful. So one strange woman asked me, "Come and eat with me." So I have suspected. So at that time, the lady suddenly clutched my hand and take. I was going to refuse and shyness and suspicions. So suddenly he clutched my hand and take go to the. I felt and pulled away my hand, but that manner is a very silly. So I don't do that. So the lady asked, called the coolies. So called the coolie and look at my suitcase, and then we go on the platform. After half an hour, we left the dining room and we walk belong the platform number 8. An engine was and started shouting on and come to the platform number 8 and approached us. So at that time, so one boy jumped into the railway track. So why? He reached the easy way to another railway track. It's a very dangerous thing, but it's a very simple. So another way, go to the another platform. They used to the only the subway and the bridge and okay. Then this boy is not used to the subway and the bridge. He suddenly jumped into the railway track and go to the another platform. So at that time, the one engine and approached his way, but safe distance. The boy and the engine was a safe distance, even unless he was the fallen and make any dangerous. So at that time, the lady clutched my hand very force. I just looked at her face. Her face was the spam and pain and sadness and fearful. Her clutched my hand. I feeling into the some pain. And the boy and his walk and slow moving and across the another platform. So then after he clutched my hand, not released my hand. Then I told the lady he was alright, he was fine. So after he looked at my face and smiling and reassuring. He was gratefully and she pressed my hand and we were walking and silent to the platform and where I had left my suitcase. So at the times I saw one of my schoolmates, Sadis, and his mother. Hi Sadis, they introduced the Sadis and the Arun. Hello Sadis, the train coming late as usual. So our countries, so not telling that like that. So our country's trains are always late for the 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours and sometimes. So Sadis asked the Arun, hey, we know this year we have a new headmaster. So then Sadis and Arun introduced he is Sadis, one of my schoolmates. So he is the best bowler in the class. So the Sadis mother, so glad to meet you. And the Sadis mother appearance is an imposing lady. So imposing is a very grand. And the Sadis mother wore the spectacles and then shaking the hands. And Sadis mother, I suppose you are Arun mother? Is that lady? I asked. She asked the another lady, the leaning lady. I supposing you are the Arun's mother? Then I opened my mouth and I make some explanations. So suddenly the lady tells that yes, I am Sadis' mother. So I could not, I unable to take a word. So I just look at the lady. Sadis' mother said, it's such a nuisance. So nuisance meaning so causing the inconvenience, so annoyance and disturb to the others. So one it's a midnight, the train is very late. So it's a middle of the night. One boy and waiting alone in the big railway station. So there are so many suspicious hanging over. So the strangers is dangerous for the small boys. They tell about the nuisance for some peoples. So at the times the leading lady, Arun can travel alone. So I felt grateful that this word. So I began to the forgiving and she tell the lying. So forgiving means and tell the lying means the Sadis mother asked, I think you are Arun mother? Yes, I am Arun mother. It's a lying. So he forgiven. So Arun forgiven that lady and he smiled this lady. Arun, you will be very careful for the strangers. So sometimes you not come with your parent. You travel alone. So you very careful for the strangers. So at the times, Arun look at the lady. So who provided the sweets and snacks? That lady. So I think she was a stranger. So suddenly I asked the Sunny's mother, I like strangers. So unaccepted words, unaccepted answer. So Sunny's mother is a elder, but Arun is a small boy. So in the contradiction answer, she was unaccepted word. You any times careful and watching the others. So some strangers give us some troubles for the foreign viewers. So you always very careful in the alone times and you stand with the alone in the railway station, first bus stop and some places. And Arun and Sadi's mother clash each others. But Sadi behind his mother and she the grinning means smiling broadly. So I think that Sadi is always my side. So to the clash means fight for our bats. The station bell rang. So the train comes to the platform number 8. The train moved and jerked and comes near in the platform number 8. So the Arun entered the platform. Sadis jumped into the footboard and take 2 places. Come on Arun, come on. The train moved slowly and the engine hissing the sound. And the Sadis jumped and footboarded the train's lighting compartment. So he take one place and come on Sadis, come on. And then I take my suitcase and enter in the train. And we are safe and take our places. We placed ourselves and we sit in the windows place. The 2 ladies and outside the train and talking ourselves. The Sadi's mother don't jump in the running train and you stick the don't stick the hand and head outside the windows and don't eat the rabbits on the way. So she give many advices for them, and then he give the fruits and one cricket bat and the big box on the chocolates and told him and share the food with me. So and then she think that I am a poor. So she tell that this way. And finally I picked her hand and they could not say anything. I looked at her eyes. So the God come on the platform and he bowling his whistle, so that the train jerked the moving. So we could not speak anything. We just look at the face. That lady understand the gentle, so understand it this way. So then finally the train moved. So I leaned to away the windows. I just hissed her. So the train was moved. So they were the talking most, the sadis mother and the leaning lady talking in the outside. But the most of the talking person is a sadis mother. She was talking ourselves. But I think I know about she is not listening sadis mother talking. She just look at me. So the sadis mother and goodbye mother and saying and shouting some words. But me and this lady, we are not talking anybody else. They were just looking at each other. And the train was moved. And this lady, the leading ladies, appeared the crowd and they were watching each other. So this lesson, the supplementary reader, the woman on the platform number 8, the Ruskin Bond, give two messages in these novels. So two messages. The first one is they left out the railway station dining room. At the times, the one boy jumped into the railway track. So at that time, the leading lady was very fear and sadness. So give us some message for the Ruskin Bond. It's a very dangerous. So it's very dangerous for cross the railway track this way. So this is not like that. Do anybody do this method? Then these ladies, cousins or sons, and missed the railway station. So any problem happened in her life. So she was very sadness and fear and pain on her face. Then Ruskin Bond give a second message this lesson. Strangers. So strangers means unknown person. So strangers are all not bad. So someone has a kindness. So this lady is a very kindful. So anyone strangers had make a harmful for others, but not all strangers. So don't judge book by their covers. So the Ruskin Bond give two information for the supplementary readers. So thank you, student.